All right, man, we are live. Welcome to the Talking Sports with Manny YouTube channel. This is the Back Row Redskins show. I am your host. We have a great show lined up for you guys tonight. First guy I want to introduce is my boy. I call him Ya. Man, this guy right here, he's a passionate football fan. He knows what he's talking about. Hey, Ya, introduce yourself, bro.
Hey, what's up, man? You can call me Anthony. You know, you ain't got to go by the Ya. Ya is more of a spiritual thing that I put on the end of it. Basically saying that I am. That's what it means to me in Hebrew, I am. But my name is Anthony. And like you said, I'm a passionate Redskins fan, football team fan, whatever you want to call the team. I've been at it like about 5 decades into this. So I basically know what I'm talking about and seeing it all. Probably, more. I probably forgot more than y'all probably even know right about now. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Awesome. Next guy I want to bring up to the stage is my guy, Hansel. This guy right here was on the show a few weeks back. He brought the passion. He brought the heat. The fans wanted to see him back. So welcome back to the show, Hansel, man. Introduce yourself, my brother.
What's going on, beautiful people? Hansel Alfonso. I like learning something new every day, so appreciate that little lesson. I didn't know that meant that in Hebrew, but yeah, lifelong Redskins fan, WTF fan, however you guys want to call it. I don't even know what to say anymore nowadays, but I am ready to chop it up. I'm excited. Let's get this thing going, and it's a pleasure being back. Thanks for having me back, man.
Absolutely. The next guy I'm bringing to the stage is my guy, Phil from the Redskins Hub. This guy right here, he's a draft guy. I call him my draft guy. If you need draft information, he is the walking encyclopedia. Welcome back to the show, Phil. Introduce yourself, my brother.
What's up, Manny? I should be a regular on the show by now. Hit us up at Redskins Hub. We're the fastest growing Facebook Redskins club or page group. We're doing it big. We got Hogs Fantasy Click. We do a bunch of stuff. Been a fan since '79. Born a fan. So ready to talk. I'm always ready to talk Washington football.
Awesome. So, guys, bringing up to the stage one of the godfathers of YouTube, man. This guy right here is so passionate about the team. Talk about personality. He's one of the hypest people that I've ever met discussing the Washington football. Welcome to the show, Big Simple. What it do? Introduce yourself, my brother.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? Hey, you know how we do it, man. So, what I do, I talk my sports about my Redskins more than anything, whatever they call them right now, Washington football team. You know what I'm saying? So, I on Twitter, you can look me up on Twitter. Instagram. I mostly do a lot of stuff, so make sure y'all, check me out on there. You feel me? I get you know what I'm saying?
There you go. I'll wait for it.
Man, awesome, man. Next guy I want to bring up to the stage. He's a regular by now. This is my guy, the Sanchez. Welcome to the show, brother. Introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? Corey from On the Warpath, Sanchez 405 on Twitter, Instagram, wherever social media may be applied. Manny, I'm waiting for my card now, like these officials, because everybody, like Phil, I think Phil probably has got how many hole punches do you have in yours? That's what I want to know.
I think next week pretty soon.
Right, yeah, but no, it's good to be on here again with you, Manny. Some of my people have followed you over from YouTube and interconnected with Big Simple and Anthony and Hans. It's good to meet you too, man.
Yeah, pleasure.
Absolutely, man.
Right.
Hey, I got a great show lined up for you guys today. So breaking news, well, not breaking news, news and notes. Alex Smith and Jordan Reed have retired. I felt like these two guys should have retired 2 years ago, or at least a year ago, to be fair. They both had implications with injuries. They've given so much to the franchise. And what was so inspiring about Alex Smith, regardless of his play, was his leadership. What he was able to do And my biggest memory for Alex Smith was that Pittsburgh game. That Pittsburgh game, Alex Smith showed me so much that he's always had my respect. But after that game, I had to tip my hat off to him. So I want to go around the frames, and you guys just kind of give me your thoughts on Alex Smith and Jordan Reed retiring and what they meant to the franchise and how you view those two players. Let's start with Anthony.
As far as Alex Smith goes, I'm going to start with Alex Smith first. As far as he goes, he was basically like a stable individual. He kept, the players, stable. Everybody, if you looked at all the interviews, said that, he made everything easy for them because when things got complicated, he basically settled everybody down and was a common force in the locker room. Everybody respected him and stuff. I respect, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You hear some of the fans say, well, maybe this guy should be in our ring of honor and stuff. And I was like, hell no. But he's a good guy. I like him, you know what I'm saying? I probably invite him to the barbecue, but other than that, good guy.
That's about it.
So,
yeah, man.
Yeah, that's about it. You know what I'm saying? But
absolutely, I'm 100% with you.
But as far as Jordan Reed, Jordan Reed was having these concussions and stuff when he was in college, man. We should have known the red flag was right then. Like when he got that concussion, I think it was the Atlanta Falcons guy that hit him and stuff. Like head on, that should have been it right there. He should have retired on the field right there. That should have been it right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's basically all I gotta say about Jordan Reed. So much potential. You always had to worry about him being healthy. That was always the thing. He's he's good, but you need to be healthy.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Jordan Reed, man, I was listening to some of John Keim's podcast today, and just what he went through getting into the league, playing quarterback and then transitioning to tight end. That's a big change. You see quarterbacks transitioning to wide receivers in different positions, but quarterback to tight end, we talking about these guys take some major hits. Hansel, what is your thoughts on Jordan Reed and Alex Smith?
Yeah, Alex Smith, I think he made good memories here. He did the best that he could, and he represented. He'll always, his legacy will go down to somebody who was well respected in the game. Patrick Mahomes constantly gives him credit all the time for being a true leader. I mean, you talk about the way you want to raise a young man or the things they want to learn about sports. That's Alex Smith right there. That guy had Kaepernick come in and pretty much take his job off injury. Never said anything bad about the organization. Never said anything bad about the coaching staff. Was total, first class all the way, and I will always respect him. And I do feel that the Comeback Player of the Year award should be named after him. Just the perseverance and the awareness of those type of injuries, and the military, how they tied all that in the documentary. He's just always bringing a positive message. So that's how I'll remember him. Jordan Reed wise, I think he did he will be remembered by the fan base as being a good player who contributed, but the inconsistency always hurt him because he was always hurt. He never really finished seasons out for us. Obviously, we didn't make it that easy on him either. We didn't have that many other weapons during his tenure, and the quarterback situation was okay until we got Kirk and all that. But I think his talent was great. I mean, I remember when they used to show some of the one-on-ones on the screen and just how you would say the juke moves, just the basketball abilities that he had that just came out were just so nasty. He was so sweet with it. I just wish he could have just not had suffered from so many concussions like that last hit on that preseason game by the guy from Atlanta. I mean, that was just a heartbreaking, man. Because I just felt like it was going to be a good year for him. And after that one, it just went downhill. So those are my thoughts on those two guys. Hats off to both of them. I'll always remember and respect them, but I don't know about Ring of Fame or anything like that.
Absolutely. So Phil, man, talk to me about these two guys. Two of your favorite guys in the whole world. Talk to me.
Yeah, two of my favorite guys. Now, I'm gonna start with Jordan Reed. I think he could have been one of the biggest he's one of the biggest what ifs. I mean, if he could have stayed healthy, he could have been a Hall of Famer. He is that talented. He is just the way he run his routes out of the tight end position. Nobody could cover him. Like literally nobody. He was basically what Kelsey and Kittle are for them before they came out. I want to end it with Alex Smith because to me, Alex is heart, leadership. He is just. I wish he could have been better for us.
Right.
Everybody does, but he was consistent. Yeah. We knew what we were getting with Alex Smith.
Right.
Exactly.
Nobody really liked the trade. Nobody wanted to give up Fuller in a 3rd-round pick for a guy that we thought all thought was obviously going to be cut, and we could have got him for free, I think. But I mean, Alex Smith, like Hans said, if they don't name the comeback player of the year after him, I don't know what the NFL's doing.
Exactly.
Most definitely. Big Simple, talk to me.
All right. About Alex Smith, I say, Alex Smith and Jordan Reed. I start with Alex Smith. Alex Smith is really, he's a winner. Let's just be real. He knows how to win games.
Facts.
One thing about him, you'll trust him. You'll definitely trust him as a winner because when he come through in games that like the Pittsburgh Steelers game, that was the most interesting one because what he had to deal with, overall with his leg overall, It was hard. It was hard for him, and that was got to be the toughest. He grit that one out like that. Right. That was like he was like 70. I say probably down there, probably 75% in that game. Really, if you think about it, because he wasn't playing all that well, throughout the season. So he's kind of like he gave everybody that encouragement and that, man, we got this, he got this, he showed everybody this how you do it, this how you do it. You come through, right? He took us to the playoffs, and that was, one of the hardest things to do at this point at his career.
Right.
So I gotta give it to him, man. He's a tough quarterback to play with. So, and Jordan Reed, okay, let's talk about Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed, he had that 2015 season, man, it was amazing. Everybody know how good he was that year, and ever since then, that's nice, man. For a tight end, but the injuries, the concussions, it just kept on catching up with him, so. And plus that Falcons game made us think like, should he just retire right after that? And he didn't take that decision. So he took it this year though. He took it for granted. So he went on and said, that's it. Right. He went on and did his thing, Right.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I think a lot of people don't realize how great of a player Jordan Reed was. I mean, the guy was a mismatch problem. Corners couldn't guard him. Linebackers couldn't guard him. Safeties couldn't guard him. I mean, the guy was Kelsey before Kelsey became Kelsey. Like, people don't realize he was on that kind of level. And granted, he didn't have the best quarterback. He didn't have a Patrick Mahomes. He didn't have some of these quarterbacks that some of these top tight ends now have. Outside of Kittle, of course, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother podcast. Sanchez, let me know what you think about these two guys retiring and what they've meant to the franchise and how you view those guys.
I'm ashamed of all of you on here because the two things that they have in common is they won the division and got Philadelphia Eagles coaches fired. How can y'all not remember that? How can y'all not remember that? We did that in their house.
Right,
We came and rubbed all on the floor. We just tracked our nasty shoes all up on it. Anyway, but Alex Smith, y'all, if y'all don't realize this, he reestablished credibility to this franchise.
Yeah.
More than anything in 2020, he did that. Stability, he, as you know, oxymoronic as it sounds with his knee injury, his leg injury, stability. He brought stability to this team when they needed it. And the only thing that is kind of like what Phil said, it's a what if. It's a lot of what ifs with him. And then, you know, I'm going to echo what the other two guys said too. If you don't name this comeback player of the year award for him, this is the ultimate comeback story. I say a lot about not making Lifetime movies. This man has written his own Lifetime movie, and we've all starred in it. And we called him Check Down Alex, but he was like, check this out, Alex, this year. He said, let me show you what I'm doing. And then Jordan Reed, y'all, I'll give you two names, Jerry Smith and Chris Cooley. Those are the two best tight ends in Washington football Redskins history. And Jordan Reed is right there with them at number 3. And he would have destroyed all of those records. Jerry Smith, who is a Hall of Famer and who really set the standard as a receiving tight end in this league. And then Chris Cooley coming here as well. Jordan Reed, his injuries, that's the only thing that stopped him. I still cannot believe that Thanksgiving game against Dallas, and all you see, his AC joint was just as threaded as that towel was coming apart, and he's still scoring touchdowns. This cat, man, unrealized potential and untapped. I think they're both what ifs, and but you know, they were fun to watch when they were at it, though.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I hope that we can find a tight end in this draft that's going to give us some of the things that Jordan Reed was able to do for the squad. I almost forgot his name because I'm already thinking about the next Jordan, Brevin Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the next guy. So I'm not. Hey, thank you, Jordan Reed, for what you've done. But hey, I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking ahead. So, shout out to Roger Smith that's listening right now. He always comes on and supports. He made a great point, which we're going to segue into offensive line. Okay, he says that we need to really figure out how to dominate the offensive line. Like the football team has been drafting defensive line over and over and over and over, right? So it's a lot of things that we can do at 19. We can do some things at 51. But I want to talk about Sadiq Charles for just a short little moment. Okay, so we drafted Sadiq Charles to be a left tackle, right? We don't even know what he's gonna do. He played one snap, and he was out. What?
He was done.
I don't know. He was done. He was done. He was
for
done.
the season.
You know, he was like, I hurt my back, spinal. Just kidding. But Sadiq Charles, you know, played a snap or two, and he was done. Do you guys feel like Sadiq Charles is better off as a guard, or do you feel like he's gonna play some left tackle and do a good job playing the left tackle? When I look at him, it looks like his arms are like short, you know, but those same arms, he's played in the SEC for years, which, you know, he's going against some of the best pass rushers in the world. I think the SEC is the mini NFL. So I want to go around the frames one more time, and let's talk about Sadiq Charles. What do you guys expect from this guy moving forward? Do you guys think he plays guard, or do you guys think he plays tackle, or is he just a depth guy? Is he just like another guy, a jag? But let me kick this off with Hansel.
Oh, I'm so glad you came to me first. I'm so ready for this question. So I was hoping you must have read me. Woo! Listen, this is the way I see it, man. Sadiq Charles, like you just said, you made the point. He literally got hurt off one play. Now, those things happen. It could be a fluke. He could be injury prone. We don't know yet. But I'm going to tell you what. If you drafted him at left tackle, you should give him a chance at left tackle. Now, let him earn it through camp. However he needs to do it, he needs to get a shot there. But this is the way I see it, too. If you're a left tackle, and you're going against speed and the most dominant pass rushers, he came from the SEC, you're going against speed, man. Right. If you move inside, first of all, if you're playing left tackle, especially left tackle, you are super athletic. I don't see why you can't play guard and come around and pull. You're probably gonna be one of the fastest guys out there. You know what I'm saying? And now you're playing with guys who are not as fast, but they're quick, because there's a difference between the interior line and the pass rushers. They're faster outside. They're really good with their hands. They're quick too. But on the inside, it's not about being the fastest to the spot. You always teach D-line interior. It's about using your quickness. First step, hands, beating the hands to the pads, those type of things. So when you're going against those type of guys and you take the athleticism that kid has or that position calls for, I feel like he could play either one. You got to start thinking outside the box, because you can't address everything in free agency and in every draft. Brandon Sheriff, from what the reports said out there this offseason, that we offered to make him the highest paid guard and he didn't take it. To me, that's telling me exactly all I need to know. Right. He's seen Ron. He gave it a year of Ron Rivera. You know what I'm saying? Obviously there's something he's not feeling there. I'm not saying he can't sign long-term, but I mean, if you offer to make him the highest paid guard, the only reason I can think is because it was a COVID year. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason behind it, and the money's not as correct, as per se as a regular year. But we got to find a place to give him an opportunity to play. If he doesn't pan out, fine, no problem. We'll find somebody else, and then we could draft next year. But you can only fix so many things at one time. So I feel like he needs a chance to play.
Awesome. Hey, Big Simple, real quick. Did I say Jamal Charles? What is wrong with me today, man? I wish we had a Jamal Charles in his prime. Sadiq Charles. Does he play the left guard, right guard, left tackle, depth swing tackle? Where do you see Sadiq Charles, and how does he fit with the football team moving forward?
I gotta say he can play left guard. But the whole thing is, with him, can he stay healthy? That's going to be the whole key for him. So, the man just got hurt off one play. It just, I don't know, but he left guard should be one of the spots, or maybe right guard, because you never know what Brandon Sheriff might do, because Brandon Sheriff, I want him gone anyway. That's just that's just me anyway. You feel me? I want him gone. He just a waste of space now. It's time to get some picks. It's time to get some picks.
Absolutely, man. I'm with you on that. I think that this is Brandon Sheriff's last season with the football team. That's my bold prediction. I mean, I just don't see this deal being done. If the deal was going to be done, the deal would have been done. We messed up. We blew this thing. We should have done some kind of trade. We should have done something. But now we're stuck with it, and he's going to be protecting our non-franchise quarterback, Fitzpatrick. But that's a whole nother episode. Phil, what is your thoughts on where Sadiq Charles plays this year?
I actually think they drafted him as the left guard. I don't think they drafted him as the tackle. I think his arms are too short. He just projects in the NFL as a guard, a really good pulling guard. Now, I think he can pull. A la Brandon Sheriff. Brandon Sheriff can pull. Those guys that are good tackles in the college game make elite guards. He just, once again, stay healthy. I think we drafted him injured, just like Thad Moss. Bye sucker. Sorry, from the past pod. But Sadiq Charles, I think him and Wes Schweitzer should battle it out for the left guard position. And if he beats out Schweitzer, Schweitzer can play tackle. Schweitzer played guard. Schweitzer can play center. I like having Wes Schweitzer as a backup. And same with Cornelius Lucas. I think he's better off as a swing tackle, even though he did have elite games. Like he was one of the elite left tackles when he played last year. But I see Sadiq Charles as a guard. And Brandon Sheriff last year, probably this year. I would sign to trade him. I'd do a sign and trade right now.
Got to. I'm definitely with you guys on Sheriff. I think it's time to move on. It's just time to move on. You can't pay a guy like Sheriff the kind of money that he wants. And then if he gets hurt, where does that put the team? You know what I'm saying? So I want to go to Anthony. Give me your thoughts on Sadiq Charles and where he plays this year.
Well, the thing about Sadiq Charles, I didn't like when it first came in there and stuff. I don't think he was like a good practice guy. You got some people who are better in practice the other people and stuff. I don't think he's a good practice person and stuff because I was hearing stuff like from Kimes and JP and stuff about his work ethic is a little bit shaky and stuff like that. I guess like he was kind of overwhelmed with some things. You know how the college guys when they first come in there, what's the first thing they say? Oh, the speed of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it kind of overwhelmed and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to work on his lower core, get some more strength down there in his legs and stuff. If you're gonna put him in left guard, because if you're gonna pull and stuff, he better be coming around that corner where to wear somebody out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he got enough, back there to do that right now. I haven't seen him now. I know he could be working right now as we speak, but he need to be. But because that's the thing that's gonna hold him down, his physicality and his mental part of the game. He needs to work on that.
Absolutely. Hey, Corey, what do you think, man?
Well, I think we've discussed Sadiq Charles more than he played in the NFL last year. No, but I kind of. Oh man, you can't leave low hanging fruit right there for me. No, I kind of echo what everybody else said so far. I thought he may have been a left tackle in name only. He looks like a left guard. I think that he is going to have to do some growing up. That was one of the dings on him throughout the draft process. And it seems like somewhere with LSU and these players, they need to learn how to grow up if you're on the line or if you're running back. But either way, I think that's going to, if he gets it, I think he's going to be good, and put him out there at the left guard. If you want to have him compete for left tackle, let him do it, because what we've known about Ron Rivera last year is he's big on versatility, and that's not just with his skill position players. That's with his linemen. You look at Morgan Moses, his best game was really at left tackle last year. So, I mean, versatility reigns king in Washington now. So if you think he can do it at left guard, you think he can do it at right tackle, try him out at both during the what do you have an off season for? What do you have the summer for? So go ahead and do that. But I think he needs to be here first before he starts going back out there, though. And if he's there, I think everything else will fall in place for him.
Absolutely. I agree. So all I got from what Sanchez said was do not draft LSU players. That's what he just said.
I didn't say that. No. You didn't. No. You will not ding me with that. I did not say that. Just don't draft LSU coaches who go to Kansas, and then we'll be good. But
perfect segue. A guy that I'm looking at in the draft is Jabril Cox. Okay, but before we get to Jabril Cox, my number 2 linebacker in the draft, Xavier Collins, I saw reports today that he has gotten up to 270 pounds. 270 pounds. So that eliminates me from wanting him to come to Washington and be our middle linebacker. I'm sorry. If they wanted a 270-pound linebacker, they can sign me for half the cost, okay? So you don't want a 275 middle linebacker on the squad. But I will say this, though. You hear the JOK, you hear Parsons falling. I mean, you hear all kinds of stuff. This topic right here is not even on the show notes, but I'm just flowing right now. So y'all just got to just roll on with me. What I'm saying is, linebacker is the one position you can look at right now and say, you know what? We need one. If the roster is as is and the season started today, we need 2. We need 3.
Exactly.
We need linebackers. We need multiple. 2. So if the season started today, we'll be okay at every position but linebacker. All we have right now on the roster is Bostic, who I know he played well at the end of the season, but I don't even know what to do with that guy. You got Cole Holcomb, you know what I'm saying? Then you got that Viper guy, the Viper kid from Michigan.
Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson. So it's like, you need some linebackers. Yeah. So based off of where we are right now.
Don't forget Jared Norris.
Hey, that guy. Yeah, that guy. But when you look at him, when you look at it at 19, we can honestly trade down. At 19, we can trade up. If a guy like Micah Parsons falls to 13, there's only 2 guys in the draft that are non-quarterbacks that I'm willing to trade up just a little bit for. Okay, one is Kyle Pitts. That's not happening.
Yeah.
The second guy is Parsons. Yeah, the second guy is Parsons if he falls to the right spot. Okay. So at linebacker, what do you think we do, Hansel?
First of all, I'm not moving up for anything but a quarterback. That's it. If it ain't a quarterback, I'm not moving up. It's not worth it. I have said before, if you have a handful of guys that you like, and you talk about, people have talked about Collins and JOK kind of in that same realm, whether you're looking at that or a tackle, and somebody wants to move up, move back 2, 3, 4 spots. As long as you can strike at one of your 5 guys, 3 guys that you have on your list, it just makes sense because that helps us in the second round. We pick up an extra second round pick. We can address other positions. We all know we have holes to fill. But to me, I'm going to tell you like this. I feel like people get caught up way too much in draft, pre-draft measurables, little stories that come out. We all bite and react to something. So do I like the report that Xavier Collins is 270 pounds? No. But when you watch the tape, the guy's athletic, man. He's fast. His game speed is fast. I mean, I'm not worried about that he gained a couple pounds. What if some of it's muscle? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying it is. Logically, it's probably as long as he don't lose his speed. And I mean, there could be reasons why he's doing it. They could have, I don't know, misweighed him the first time. Who knows? I mean, he could have gained the weight, but the way I see it is what you see on film. If you do your homework, if he's a high character guy, if he works hard, he's a hard worker, all his coaches back him. And the proof is in the pudding because, these guys go all the way back to like middle school, elementary. They talk to all the teachers and everybody they possibly can about you. If they do their homework the correct way, which I'm sure his staff will, because Rivera's not about those games. Look at all the experience on his staff that he's collected. They should know there's a reason probably behind it. And I'm sure he'll have an explanation for it if that's the case. But like I said, I'm going to hang it on the game tape don't lie, and his speed is good. And I still like him a lot. And I'd be ecstatic if we took him at that pick. But I'm going to say this one last thing. If we don't trade up for a quarterback, which I'm really down to do, and that's what I really want most than anything, my next best thing is trade back. And then address linebacker preferably, and if not, tackle possibly, whatever's there. But linebacker would be the number one position that I would look for if I'm going for need. Not best player available, but hopefully everything matches.
Absolutely. Hey, I got to read this comment, man. Trey Z from the DMV Sports, he is silly. He said, Collins hit that fried chicken wings and mambo sauce early. You know what I'm saying? Look, I think that Xavier Collins knows what he's doing. I think that Xavier Collins he's not going to be a middle linebacker. That's just my opinion. I think he's probably going to be a 3-4 linebacker. Maybe he's bulking up for that. Just like Hansel said, there's a reason why he's doing what he's doing. But on our defense, I just don't know where you put him. I mean, we need a guy that controls the middle of the field. We're looking for that linebacker of the defense. And there's some guys that I like. Nick Bolton, Jabril Cox, Jamin Davis. There's some guys out there. So we're going to be fine at linebacker. And I love what Hansel said about trading back. Trading back is the key because you get to acquire maybe an extra second or extra third to then fill more needs. Talk to me about linebacker.
Oh, yeah. Well, we need all the help we can get, maybe a little prayer too with that. I mean, kind of like what you said, all we got is Cole Holcomb and a dude who assassinated Andy Dalton for the most part. And I think charges still pending on John Boston. But I love this. I love when logic is in the fray.
Applied.
If you don't, when it's in the fray and applied. If you don't know what you're going to do at 19, trade back and get something for it. It's in every club song that you love. Back it up. Let's go back in the draft. Let's collect some capital. And then you know what? That means we're going to go out and we're going to have breakfast right after this, right? Because it's like 4 a.m. But either way, we need help at linebacker. You said homeboy from Kentucky, Nick Bolton, these guys in the SEC names who have been run over by some of the best in the NFL and who have, stopped some of them in the premier conference in college football. Get these cats out of here. Just get one of, and this draft is so deep. We don't really need to focus on Zaven Collins coming to Washington. Although I think that is a lot of muscle weight probably. And then, he's trying to buy his girlfriend a ring. Maybe he had a ring up in his pocket and that brick was weighing 10 pounds. We don't know. So shame on you, Manny. You're doing this to our guy. Shame on you. E2, Brute, E2. I can't believe it. We got Brutus and Judas all up in here, man. But,
all I'm saying is I am off Xavier Collins train, but hey, I'm glad that the rest of you guys are still holding on.
I thought you had hacked. I thought you got hacked today. I really did. When you tweeted that out, I said, man, it got hacked. And then I said, oh, no. I almost clicked the report button when you said that, too.
Oh, no.
And you know what? This is why I said what I said. Me and Adam Aniba, we talk all the time. And he was kind of talking about how Xavier Collins was going to probably try to get down to, 235 and play that middle linebacker spot. And, we all seen the game tape. We all know the game speed, but at what weight was he on those tapes?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for him bulking up, there's a reason for it. So my whole thing was just that, hey, it just maybe just doesn't fit that Luke Kuechly type mode, because that's who we're looking for. We're looking for a Luke Kuechly type guy. You know what I'm saying? And whether it's Xavier Collins, whether it's whoever, they know what they're looking for, and I think they're looking for that middle linebacker guy, a guy that can come in and play the mic. And we also need a guy that can cover. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely several things that they're looking at. Today, I was looking at a guy from Virginia. A lot of people say that he's a project. Charles Snowden, 6'7", 240 pounds. A 6'7" linebacker, that's insane. I mean, he looked like Montez Sweat. Okay, I'm not saying he plays like Montez Sweat, but what I saw best out of Snowden was he can tackle very well and he can get after the quarterback. But that's still probably not that middle linebacker that we're looking for, but he's definitely a guy that can help on special teams. He can possibly block some kicks. He can probably block a kick without even jumping. That's how tall and long this guy was. 6'7" linebacker, man. I'm just saying. Those kinds of guys don't come, you don't see those guys just in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those measurables will probably get him outside as a 3-4 pass rusher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Somebody said that they would use him as a 3-4 pass rusher, even in the 4-3. Now that would be sick. That would be sick. Like, just imagine 2 Montez Sweat coming after you if you're a quarterback. You're running. You're like, I'm a helmet. You know what I'm saying? So there's tons of linebackers out there. Somebody just mentioned Baron Browning. I don't know much about that guy. But he said, hey, Baron Browning is a solid
Taz Surratt. I can keep going.
Yeah, so Phil,
Surratt's good.
Draft guy.
Talk to me about
good. Linebackers in the draft, real quick.
All right. So, like I said, at 19, if he's there, I think Jock is the best defensive player in this draft. He is. I think he can play everywhere. I think he would be an awesome weak side linebacker for us. And we need it. But if he's not there, I'm all for trading back. I believe, you take as many darts as you can to throw at that bullseye. That's the way I look at it.
Yep.
The more darts you have to throw, the more chances you have to hit. So you can get, like I said, Cameron McGrone, middle linebacker from Michigan. He can slide right in, start day one. He'll be better than Bostic. Chaz Surratt, my boy from North Carolina. I love my heels. Everybody knows that. Pete Warner from Ohio State. If you watch the Ohio State Clemson game, that dude jumped off the screen. He was all over the field. So I don't like Baron Browning from Ohio State. I like Pete Warner. Then you got guys even later like Snowden as well. So you can get the linebacker all down any of the rounds, in my opinion. I want a left tackle in the first round.
Absolutely. Hey, Anthony, let me hear from you real quick.
Okay, as far as linebackers concerned, y'all all mentioned the base of the linebackers that I probably would like to get. Cox, the guy from LSU, nice. I would love for us to. He would look so good in Bird and Go and stuff. But you had mentioned like trading up. The only time you trade up is, like you said, for a quarterback. Unless you got the second coming of Ray Lewis, I ain't trading up for nothing. I'm going back. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I trade up. I got the second coming of Ray Lewis. But other than that,
Micah
yeah, you
Parsons.
trade back again, maybe. Yeah, you know, if he falls towards the end, I'd be lucky and stuff. But I have a question for you though. This is
Okay.
like a little off topic a little bit. They say that Fields has a medical situation, epilepsy and stuff. How do you feel if he falls to us? Would you think we should take him with the medical issue?
Nope.
Look, I will take him if he falls to 19. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I think with what he has, I was listening to Street Scores today, and I mean, he publicly let everybody know his condition, but he's been playing with that condition. I don't think that it's gonna, turn people away from what he has. They're just gonna have to figure out how to deal with this while he plays football. But I'm glad that it came out now than later. If he falls to 19, why not? Why not? I think he's going to be a very good quarterback. He's mobile. He's strong. He's similar to Cam Newton, which Rivera loves him some Cam Newton. So he definitely fits. Yeah. He definitely fits the kind of quarterback that Ron Rivera likes and that Ron Rivera has coached and had success with. So I think he's going to be fine. But yeah, if he falls to 19, why not? You can either take him or you trade back. But all this talk about needing a quarterback and not taking him if he falls to 19 is just crazy. It just doesn't make any sense. If he falls to 19, you just got to kick the tires and just take that chance. I mean, you took a chance on Dwayne Haskins when he fell, right? When quarterbacks fall, there's a reason. And it's kind of scary, the reason why they fall. When Dwayne Haskins fell, he just wasn't good, okay? That quarterback class was just trash, okay?
I do remember Aaron Rodgers falling, and it was for a dumb reason because they said he had too much of an attitude. He thought he was the man, which you should want in your quarterback. That was the dumbest reason in the world. You know what I'm saying? So, there's some dummies out here too that's supposed to be experts making these picks. So you got to understand that too.
Right. Yeah, but somebody just said that he won't fall. Yeah, Fields won't fall, but if he does, it's a no-brainer. Yeah. It's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? But let me hear from you, Big Simple linebacker. Give me one guy that you want on a football team. Give me one guy that you say, hey, if we get this guy, he's going to help us and he's going to help us win games and he's going to be that quarterback of that defense. Give me one guy that you like, linebacker.
Collins is my guy. He kind of grown over me, grown for the last couple of, the last couple of months for me when it came down to him. So I kind of seen how he played. He can cover. He can, tackle. The guy is a flat out beast. He had 260, 6'4". I got to pick him. I got to. That's my guy. That's my guy. I'm looking at him like, yeah, but if we don't get him, I'm gonna say we should trade down to get, probably trade down to get some more picks. Let me see. Probably a second round, something like that, to get some more picks around there.
Yeah.
Try. Yeah, linebacker. We do need linebacker though, because
Absolutely.
we don't have no linebackers at all.
None.
No doubt.
None. I mean, we have Holcomb. I mean, Phil is a big North Carolina fan. We have Holcomb. I know that, but it's a perfect segue. Everybody's saying trade back, and that's honestly what I want to do. I want to trade back if the guy that I want is not there. Let me pose this question to everybody. How do you guys feel about trading back? Like, we've done these mock drafts, and I know there's a trade that comes up every time. There's that number 32 and number 64. If the Buccaneers offer number 32 and 64, do you take that? You know what I'm saying? Yes, you're dropping from 19 to 32, but you're still picking up another second-round pick. So the realistic you have to think about it this way. What team is actually willing to trade up to 19 and give up their second-round pick this year? Those kinds of deals don't come too easily unless somebody magical drops to 19. Most times they'll tell you, okay, you can have our first-round pick this year and then a second next year. Those are the kind of deals that you see when people are trading up most times in that first round, like moving up spots, right. Let's say from pick 28 to 19. They're probably going to give you a second round pick next year, or they might say a first and a third this year. But either way that it goes, I don't mind trading down to get a free safety. If the right, I know everybody's saying Richie Grant at 51. To be honest with you guys, I don't think Richie Grant lasts till 51. The guy is a beast.
Skyrocketing.
He's a beast. So you got to do two things. You got to do two things. There's two things you can do. You can trade back in the first round, grab Richie Grant if he's there. Some people like Trevon Moehrig if he's there. Then, or you say, you know what? I'm going to risk it all. You know what I'm saying? Sanchez loves to risk it all, okay? So if you're going to risk it all, then you got you got to move up. You got to move up realistically from 51 to to the early second to get your guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to risk it all like Sanchez. But what do you guys think about free safety? And we can also talk about Landon Collins, okay? But let's kick it off with Hansel. Talk to me about free safety. What would you like the team to do? And how do you kind of see the whole Landon Collins, Cam Carl thing working out? It's a loaded question.
Yeah, in the draft, I mean, obviously we could address that position. I feel, I mean, a talent like Richie Grant, I would love to get him. I don't feel like we're going to be in striking distance to get him. I do like a guy like Paris Ford later on in the draft. You know, I do feel like there are some guys that can help us out there. So I feel like you can always take a swing on that mid later rounds. And another reason being saying that is because we have that issue to kind of figure out already. We do have pieces there. We don't know where they fit in the puzzle. And also the fact that pretty much our defense is our strength. You know what I mean? So you don't have to worry. I'm not going to say it's not of an importance, but you don't have to worry and sweat it so much. Now, when it comes to Landon Collins, the way I see it is, if he's a smart guy, he's going to listen to those comments that Ron Rivera said, and he's gonna say, "Yes, coach, I'm going to give it a try." Because if he wants to stay making that ridiculous money that he's making, he better find a way to stay on the field and adjust. Because we're not going to pay you all that money to sit on the bench.
Exactly.
And you know, and you got guys like Cam Curl who openly saying, "Hey, I'll try whatever. You play me a free safety, you can play me anywhere." That's the attitude that Ron wants. He does not want me guys. He said it over and over again. Landon Collins better fix it, because you can't just play him up at the box all the time, because it just shows offenses what you're doing if you keep him down there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? In the NFL, you switch safeties, they roll safeties. You know what I'm saying? They play different roles. You can't just keep him in the box as a safety. I don't know. You know, that Viper position that Hudson was going to play, that might be a position suited well for Landon Collins. You could use his versatility. He's good as a blitzer. There's a lot of packages that you could run with him, but he should embrace that and be excited, because it could rejuvenate his career. Because, I mean, he's falling off in coverage. He's not good in coverage. How many times last year when he was healthy, because I know he got hurt, but how many times do you remember in the open field him missing a tackle? It happened. It happened. More than a handful of times. I remember it. I'm like, dude, we pay you all this money and you can't make a damn tackle. And that's what you're known for. You know, but for him, he's better with reduced space. But when you give him that open field with his coverage, sometimes maybe some tackling, he gets lost out there. And I feel like he better adapt and he better adjust if he wants to stay part of his defense. And the last thing I'm going to say, if he wants to be successful, trust this staff. Del Rio came in and took a staff that had talent but was terrible for years and turned them around in 1 year. Trust your coaches to put you in positions to be successful, man. We're good for a reason. Play your role, and you will succeed.
Absolutely. Hey, Anthony, what is your thoughts on free safety and where you see Landon Collins playing on this defense?
To piggyback on what my man just said right there, in the beginning of last year, you heard like some of the defensive guys were not liking the defense at first until they saw trust in the process. And then he's seeing the fruits of their labors. So if like you say, if the guys just follow through, I can see them succeeding. Now, a guy like Landon Collins, I don't know. He might be stuck in his way. I already heard he bucking the thing about turning to a linebacker, so he might be stuck in his way. And plus, he got a big paycheck, and you know he might be right for cutting right about now. You know what I mean? So, but in the draft, I'm looking at two guys, and like in the second or third round and stuff. The first guy I'm looking at is a guy from Oregon, Hollins. You know the guy from Oregon, Hollins? Yeah, I'm looking at him. He'll make it probably good. So he might make a good for maybe the third round or second round. I'm not too sure about the guy in Florida State, but I just threw him in there. I can't pronounce his name. Hassan something. I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah, that guy.
But,
You know what you're talking about.
yeah, he's a big dude. He's like more of a tweener though. I don't know if he might make a better strong safety than a free safety, in my opinion.
He reminds me of Cam Earl.
Yeah, my boy Tracy just said Landon Collins couldn't cover a car last year.
Yes.
Look,
Woo!
get off of Landon
Yes.
Collins, man. Get off of Landon Collins. He's gonna come back to his all-pro status, and we can trade him at the trade deadline for a fourth or third round pick. Okay, so let's build up Landon Collins.
Right.
Landon Collins, if you're listening, we believe in you. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna have a sub Pro Bowl season, a sub all-pro season, and we're gonna trade you. So play well, so we can get some good value for you, Mr. Collins.
Corey down there being a comedian, man. Come on now.
Do it for the fans. Do it for the fans.
Do it for the gram. Do it for the gram. Okay. Do it for the points. Do it for the clout.
I was sorry about that.
Big simple. If you are the coach of the football team, what do you say to Landon Collins to get him motivated to come out and play some ball this year?
Let me see. How can I say this to Landon Collins? Landon Collins, you got to just play better. That's it. Just come out there, play your best. If you listening, that's the key. If he's listening and is staying on his job and keep on working on his game, that supposed to be the main focus for a football player, right?
Okay, I dig it. But let me tell you this though. So if I'm Landon Collins and I'm telling you, Coach, I hear what you're saying, man. I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna play hard. But I'm telling you, man, I'm only playing strong safety. I'm only playing safety. Then what do you tell me? You need me a linebacker. But I'm telling you, what do you say then?
Well, you lost out on that road, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna just say, you got we can put you in spots that you might work in. Maybe on the we can put you in some blitz packages. You feel me?
Okay.
Something like that. It may be something like that. Just put them in when it's like third down when we going on an all-out blitz or something,
Okay, that's fine, Coach. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna do the little sub package and do this, but I'm still getting paid this year, right? I'm still getting paid, Coach. Right? Right, cool.
You gonna get paid.
Sure you are. Sure you are. Sure.
So I'm gonna do everything you need for me to do, Coach. Let me get to Corey. Corey, who do you like in the draft? Who do you think we get as a free safety, mid to late or whenever? And then how do you feel about the whole Landon Collins situation?
Well, I'll say the best for last then. I've been looking at that kid from Syracuse, but he tore his ACL. Was it Cisco, I think?
Cisco.
Yeah.
Cisco.
So
the thong song. The thong song.
Yeah. He's got all the makings of a great free safety. He's got a smaller build. He seems like he has good break on the ball. It was like 20 some interceptions he had in his 3-year career up there for the Orangemen. So I think that guy might be somewhere to look at. They had him at a second round pick, but maybe with that ACL tear, it may go down and he may go down to the third day. So that might be an opportunity
maybe a fourth rounder.
Yeah, so that may be an opportunity for Washington to pounce it. And then I think, to be honest with you, Cam Curl in a way sometimes is a little bit kind of could be a free safety, depending on if you put Shays there. Why can't you try him out there? Just see it for the grand scheme of thing. And then as for Mr. Collins, I would ask him. If I'm Ron, I'm asking him, what is your end goal here?
All right.
What is your end goal? What do you want to do? If you don't want to win, we got to find somewhere else for you. And if you think winning is you playing safety and getting burnt worse than my grandma's toast, then it's time for you. It's time for us to find a way to get you up out of here.
Now your grandma can cook.
She's 90, Phil. She's 90, so it's kind of hit or miss now. The seasoning's gone. She can't eat salt, man. But anyway, like that. But at the end of the day, that's what this is all about.
Right.
Ron has made a establishment, and then I would say this. I said, bring that Sean Taylor jersey in there that Dan gave you. This is going back up to the upper room until you earn it again. But that's what you got to do. Although you thought in 2019, there is a reason why Pro Football Focus said Landon Collins in 2019, going into 2019 season free agency, was the best off ball linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He's a box safety. Embrace it. Get over it. If you don't want to be here, do a Deshaun Golson. Remember when we got him and Tampa was paying it? I'll pay a year for you to go somewhere else. And if you want to get burnt and everything like that, have fun with it. Because it's two things we got you in here to do. Beat the Giants. Haven't done that yet with your sorry butt on there. And then you go here, you're a liability every time. I remember, don't forget, y'all remember that Daniel Jones run? Who bid on that? Who bid on that play? Come on, Church. Come on, Church. That's right. Landon Collins. I would show him every play where you're out of position. So delete that Dallas game and get his butt focused, and we'll go from there. But if you don't want to be here winning, go on. I'll get somebody. I will take a diet Mountain Dew and a half-eaten bag of chips just to get rid of them. Because you don't want to be here, I ain't got a place for you, dog. Get the heck up out of here.
I feel you, man. I love it. I love that energy. I feel our draft guy. Let's go ahead and switch gears to running backs real quick. We just waived Bryce Love.
For me? Come on now.
We just waived Bryce Love.
That's my position.
And, there's lots of possibilities in the draft. And running back, to me, has become a need. Before Bryce Love was cut, it's been a lead. It's been a need since Adrian Peterson was here, okay? We just needed a running back, first of all, that's young and healthy. Look, give me a healthy running back, man. Give me a running back that has two good knees, okay? Can we do that? We have been a rehab home, and I've said this on numerous episodes, and I think that you was on one of them, Phil. I said, look, this is not a rehab home. I'm tired of rehabbing guys, and then they retire or they leave or they get hurt or they go somewhere else and excel, okay? So Bryce Love is gone. It didn't work out. It was a gamble. He was a running back that had first round grade, and he had great pedigree, but we drafted him injured. And it was a gamble. We took him in the 4th round. Not only did we take him in the 4th round, we traded back from that Kirk Cousins pick and took Wes Martin and Bryce Love. And it just seems like we were better off drafting a guy in the 3rd round and calling it a day. It didn't work out, but
Lord have mercy.
We need running back. We need running backs. And Peyton Barber, we all can say that, hey, he's just a jag. He's a guy that's going to get you those 2 yards that you need, and he might just get you a goal line carry. But we need more, okay? We need more than that. Give me a guy that you're looking at in the 3rd to 5th round or late round. Just give me a guy. It don't even matter where we get him. Just give me a guy that we can get that can help this football team.
All right, so you just said he was talking about Cisco falling to the 4th. You just explained why we took Bryce Love, and now you want to take Cisco for the same reason?
No, I didn't say Cisco. I didn't say Cisco now.
I'm just saying that's what we do. We take injured players that fall, and we've got to stop that. We have to take healthy players. We got to stop taking these injured players that fall over and over and over again. Yeah, every once in a while they'll pan out. But most of the time you blow your knee up, you're done. And it's just the way it is. Bryce Love's done. Cisco, he takes bad angles. But my running back's late. I hope he would be there at 3rd round. I think Michael Carter from North Carolina is great. Like the way he ran between the tackles. He didn't do it as much at North Carolina, but during the Senior Bowl, he showed that he can actually run between the tackles and be strong, and he can actually catch the ball as well. Later rounds, you got Ramondre Stevenson from Oklahoma. He's a big dude. Like he will hit those holes. He runs between the tackles.
That's my guy.
Because we know Gibson wants to hit outside lanes. I think Gibson's still strong, and Gibson will run between the tackles. I think he needs to run between tackles more because I think he's stronger than they think he. I mean, he's strong, dude, big, for then fast. Not a fan of Trey Sermon. He's been a 1-year wonder to me. He played at Oklahoma. Actually, I won't even call him a 1-year wonder. I'll call him a 2-game wonder. That's what Trey Sermon is. I'm not sold on Trey Sermon. Roger Kenneth Gainwell, another Memphis guy. Yeah, he's really good. Some guys that lower key. Elijah Mitchell from Louisiana. Yeah. He's a later round guy that could possibly hit. And even though he's small, Jarrett Patterson from Buffalo, the dude had almost 400 yards in a game.
Oh yeah.
And actually, my last guy, my sleeper, is Jake Funk from Maryland.
Nice.
Hit me up. Yeah. I like Jake Funk and Khalil Herbert, but Jake Funk's my favorite sleeper of all. Herbert, I think he's got too many carries on him. Like, he's been bounced around from Kansas to Virginia Tech. But yeah, running back we need a running back. Because we saw when Gibson went down how off our offense was. That's about all I can say from running backs.
Hey, I have an interesting stat to read to you guys about running backs when dealing with the Washington football team. I forgot who I got this from, but it said for 12 straight years, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 12 straight years, the football team has drafted a running back. Now, I've said in previous podcasts that the football team should draft a running back every 2 years.
Yep.
But not even realizing that we've drafted one every year for the last 12 years. Now, obviously, sometimes you get the guys like Geis and things happen. Sometimes you get the guy like Samaje Perine and he doesn't happen. So for whatever the reason is, or even last year, we drafted a surprise guy in Antonio Gibson, and a lot of us was pissed off. But look how that worked out. Adrian Peterson is gone. Geis is gone. Bryce Love is gone. And Gibson is still here. A guy that only had, 33 carries his whole college career. A guy that played more receiver than running back. A guy that we didn't even know what to expect, and it worked. So what I'm saying is we're going to continue to draft running backs. Okay? But, I've always said every 2 years. So, Hansel, talk to me about what we do at running back, and do you even feel like running back is a need?
Absolutely. We definitely, the last time I was on, I told you that we were talking about draft needs, and running back is definitely a position we need. To piggyback off Phil said, when Gibson went down, you need another running back, man. McKissick is a weapon that you don't want to just have just in the backfield. You can, when you line him up in the slot and you move him in motion all over the place, that's when he's at his best. So you need to have another guy, especially a guy who can do that short yardage, but also is a guy who you can hand the ball off multiple times and is not just the third down back. I do like Jamar Jefferson from Oregon State, a guy that you can get later on. He's 5'10", 217. He's in between the tackles. Boomer. He's just hard to tackle. If you watch his film, he's just one of those loads. And not only that, if you watch his film, you're going to love it. If you're a physical guy, he runs literally right at you. If he's going down the sideline, instead of going out like most guys do, he'll lower his shoulder. He'll go straight at you. But another guy that a lot of people, I'm surprised, have not mentioned in draft talks is, Chuba Hubbard, man. Yeah. Dude, that dude right there, man, he's going to be slept on, and somebody's going to get him late. And my philosophy is this, man. The only time you get a running back in the first round is if you are literally a team who has all the pieces, and the only piece that you're missing is running back, and he's that much of a baller. That's when you take a Najee Harris in the first round. Even though he's amazing. I'm not discounting running backs. They are amazing athletes and they're awesome. But the value of what it is in the NFL, it's just every year you get guys in the late rounds, man. So not only if I understand the 12 years in a row, because it's just value, man. Why not take a swing out there? It's a late pick. You might hit a home run on a running back, and you never know. And it's probably one of the most easiest cut positions that you don't even think about twice when you cut them. You're just like, whatever. It's not as valued a position. But like I said, the last person, like I said, is Chuba Hubbard, man. That guy, I would love to get him late. But those are my two guys that I would get in the later rounds, and I think we absolutely need a running back for sure.
Okay, awesome. We're getting into the rapid fire portion of the podcast. Like we gotta like boom, 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 boom. Anthony, give me a name that you like as a running back.
Which Carter? I already mentioned my guy. Carter. That's my guy from North Carolina.
Carter. Awesome.
Love him.
Big Simple. Give me a name that you like as a running back.
Oh, Stevenson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Hey, even though
That's
Stevenson is big,
I just love that toughness. You feel me? I love how he runs. You feel me?
Right. Yeah. I looked at him the other day. I did a quick little stream and shared some of his highlights or whatever. But yeah, I like that guy. Although he's big, he has soft hands. And we preach versatility, and he's definitely a guy I feel like can help the team. He's going to get you the tough yards. He reminds me of Jamal Williams that played in Green Bay that just moved on to the Lions. Jamal Williams can get those tough yards, but he can also receive the ball. He's not like so shifty, but he's just like that perfect complement to whatever kind of back that you have. Hey, Sanchez, give me a running back that you're looking at.
Kalen Hill, man. I liked what I kind of saw at him during the Senior Bowl and everything. He's got a little bit of explosion because everybody else took my first two guys. So I had Herbert and Hubbard. So I'll stay with the H's and go with Hill down there. I like what you can see out of Hill there, and he could add something to that backfield for sure.
And Hansel, you mentioned Chuba Hubbard, and from what I heard when I did my stream about Stevenson, people were telling me that Chuba Hubbard's attitude is bad. That's the reason why he's falling. They're talking about character issues. Look, if we do our due diligence and he's there in the third, fourth round, if he's there in the third round, it's a steal. But people are saying that he's going to fall fourth, fifth round. Why is that, Phil?
I think he's weak. Weak. He's fast, like lightning fast, and he hits the hole. He's gone. But I don't like the way he carries the ball. He carries it a little high. I think he should have more fumbles than he did in his college career. I think he's weak.
Well, I think somebody's going to grab him and somebody's going to have a steal. I'm telling you right now. And Hansel, you made a great point that teams that have everything that they need usually draft a running back in the first round. Last year, we saw it with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. This year, we're going to see it with Najee Harris and Etienne. I think that those two guys go to teams like the Buffalo Bills, who have defense, receiver, quarterback, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, who need a running back after having that good offense. They need a running back. So those are times when you go after a running back, and it's late in the first round. Every now and again, those guys that draft one in the top 5, top 10, God bless your heart, because I can't do that. We saw what happened with Saquon Barkley. I mean, injuries.
We can't afford to do it. Can't afford to do it.
It's a position that I saw a mock draft with ETN coming to the Washington football team at 19.
God.
That's
ridiculous.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that?
Talk about that. We'll start with you, Anthony. Anthony, talk to me about that, man.
Hey, check this out, man. All right, let me check this out. This I will wait for this one right here. Hey, look here. Our team, we got to help our defense, right? We got a few things that need to be patched up, true and full. But see that the thinking that guy Schrager had, and I listened to him that morning when he made that pick. He was thinking that we could be like how the Cowboys were like a few years ago once they adjusted Zeke in there, and it helped the defense out. I agree with that to a degree, but we have so much other things that we need before that. What I'm saying? The car is not exactly ready for the driver yet, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
hell no.
No. That's a waste.
No.
That's a waste.
And also,
man.
I've seen stuff running backs go second round. We're talking about the Nick Chubbs of the world. We're talking about guys like that going early in the second round, but that's you need a running back. That's the sweet spot to get your franchise running back is in that top half of that second round.
That's why I love Devontae.
But then you get guys in the third, like a Kareem Hunt. I mean, you get guys. I mean, third round seems to be our sweet spot.
For sure.
Anything, maybe we should get 3 more first round picks. I mean, third round picks. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, we do good in the third round, but looking at us getting a guy like Etienne, I mean, obviously, besides that's ridiculous. You got to look at. I mean, you got to look at the field and see exactly what it's telling you. And the way I see it is this: Antonio Gibson came from a wide receiver, had never played running back, and had a great year and didn't even play the entire year. That guy has not even scratched the surface of what he can be. That tells me, besides that he's a natural talent, that we have a great coaching staff at running back. They know what they're doing. Okay. Look at McKissick when he came in. He didn't miss a beat, man. The guy ran well. Peyton Barber did well. Anybody who was in the backfield for us did well. And the way I see it is whoever we draft in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, we're not drafting them to start. And let our coaching staff take them and turn them into whatever they can, because like I said, Antonio Gibson is a perfect walking example. The guy never played the position, and the guy was a stud, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do with more years of experience at the position, with more coaching, and actually playing a full year, because his numbers were absolutely ridiculous. He literally won me, or helped win me, not finish, but my fantasy year. McKissick carried me at the end because I picked him up. But I mean, I'm telling you, I mean, it's just logical thinking, man. Don't even play with that game of Etienne in the first round. I mean, it's not worth it.
Absolutely. So, guys, we're coming to the end of the podcast, and we have one last topic to discuss. But when I ask you this question, pretty much answer the question and then tell the football team fans where they can find you on social media. I'm going to start with Big Simple. Here is the statement. The statement says, this is Brian Orakpo, who was our pass rusher here with Kerrigan for years. He said, well, not for years. You know, it didn't last long. He went on to the Titans, and now he's making cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we're going to start with Big Simple. We're going to start with Big Simple. Orakpo said, Chase Young reminds me of myself. Yeah. So, yeah, I want you to go ahead and talk about that, and then let the fans know where they can find you on social media as we close.
First of all, nah, Brian, I'm gonna go ahead like that. Brian Orakpo, in his first year, he wasn't nothing compared to Chase Young right now. Let's just be real about that. Chase Young, he got more, you know, he got more charisma. He can go in there and play his ass off, keep on playing hard. You know what I'm saying? So the way he play is just, you know, ridiculous. You know, Chase Young is he's out of this world. Brian Orakpo, Brian Orakpo shouldn't have said nothing like that. Overall, Brian Orakpo is like, you know, he only played one good season with us, really. You know, he been getting injured half of the time. When he went to Tennessee, you know, he started getting a little bit more healthier. He started talking trash about certain things about the team and stuff. So overall, Chase Young is the way better player than Brian Orakpo. He shouldn't even say it nothing like that. He know better than that.
Absolutely. So Simple, where can they find you on social media?
Y'all can find me on Instagram, Big Simple 422, and y'all can find me on YouTube, Big Simple 422. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check me on those things. And y'all can check me out on Twitter, Big Simple 422. Everything is on Big Simple 422, and Facebook is my real name. Facebook is Henry Dudley. So if y'all want to check me on there too, y'all can go ahead and check me on Facebook too.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, Henry. Nice to meet you.
No doubt.
All right. Anthony, what is your thoughts on the whole Orakpo deal? And then let the fans know where they can find you as well.
No doubt. Orakpo, how can I sum this up? I wish we were playing the Raiders all 16 games. That guy would be a Hall of Fame. He have his gold jacket right now if we were playing the Raiders. But guess what? He ain't never sacked nobody in our division. Did y'all know that? Nobody. The dude is a joke. When he said that, when I heard that this morning, I near about fell out my damn chair. I said, dude, come on, man. Come on. He cannot hold Chase Young's jock strap right now. He can't hold his dreadlocks up for him. He can't do nothing for Chase Young right now. Nothing. We got a cupcake shop up here in Georgetown. He can go to get cupcakes in Georgetown. He ain't need to get none of them nasty cupcakes or Orakpo. You hear me? I'm quite sure they flat. Like it's packed. I'm quite sure they're flat now. But anyway, I done brought the heat. Y'all can check me out on Twitter, DC Big Oso. As you see up there, just forget the y'all. Put DC Big Oso all together. Find me all your social media, Twitter, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? All that. It's DC Big Oso. Oso stand for bear, if anybody wanted to know. It's Spanish for bear. I used to date this Puerto Rican chick. She's always called me Oso because I was so sweet to her. So that's the name. So that's what it is.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, Phil, talk to us about Orakpo and let us know where we can find you.
All right, I'll make this short and sweet. Orakpo should never even mention the Predator. Nah, not even nothing. Chase is a captain. He's a leader. Orakpo's never even heard those two words. Even he's never even sniffed those two words. And Orakpo was one of my favorite players when he came out. But nah, you don't mention your name with Chase Young. I know we've got high hopes for the guy, but he's already living up to them. He has helped change the culture. Him and Rivera, they changed the culture, and I can't wait to see what happens this year. You can find me at Redskins Hub on Facebook. Everybody, you need to join. We will we'll chop it up. You hit me up. I'll do like a mock draft I post a mock draft every other day. It seems like. Well, not here. 60 hours a week right now. But if anybody wants to move to Myrtle Beach and work, hey, I got you a job too.
I got family in South Carolina.
Well, tell them come hit me up. At Twitter at Redskins Hub. There's two of us that run that Twitter. You'll know between me and Tony who talks and who don't, right, Manny?
Absolutely. Tony is the money guy, the capology guy, and Phil is the draft guy. So I just love the draft guy and the cap guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely, everybody that's on Facebook, hit us up. Join our page. You won't be sorry. I promise.
All right. Ansel, talk to me about this Orakpo thing. And then where can the people find you on social media? For
sure. Obviously, Chase is going to be, when you're somebody like that who's going to be elite status, like where your name is going to go down in history, not just for the team, but for the NFL. Because, I mean, it didn't take a genius to see what the guy did in his first year and that he's most likely going to live up to the potential that he's already shown. Like you guys said, nobody has rookie seasons like that by mistake. Mm-hmm. So the only similarity that I would say that I see in them is not their gameplay. It's just the passion. They both were passionate players, and Orakpo's passion is nowhere near the level. And he did try to be a leader. He was vocal. He tried to get it, but it's just not on the level of Chase Young, man. Chase Young, even when he's on the sideline and the offense is on the field, he's the biggest cheerleader, man. He's watching the whole time. He's rooting everybody on. I mean, that's infectious, man. That type of personality is what changes a culture, and it changes a locker room. And you can't compare yourself that way, not even their pass rushing abilities. I mean, Chase Young is complete pass rusher. Brian Orakpo's biggest move was a bull rush. You know what I'm saying? It's straight at you. I mean, he had a little spin move here and there, but, I mean, he was just gritting hard, but he got hurt a lot. He wasn't as consistent. And, I never will understand him making a statement, but I especially don't even understand why he's even saying it when he left our organization. Right. Like, if he's like Ryan Kerrigan saying it and you stayed it out and you thugged it out, okay, no problem, man. I understand. You're still crazy for saying it, but I feel you. All right, but you left us hanging, man. I mean, you left and you didn't finish with us. But yeah, Chase Young is on another level, and that guy might go down as one of the best players to ever do it. And that's what I'll say about that. But social media wise, man, It's on the screen for you. Hands 305. You can find me on Instagram for that handle, on Twitter on that handle, on Facebook. My real name is Hansel Alfonso. And just because it's a little pet peeve of mine, I'm gonna answer to whatever, but it's Hansel, not Hansel. Okay, there's no U in my name. People do it all the time. It's Hans, big Hans, Hansel, whatever. Just if you call me Hans, I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna be rude ever, but I just want to put it out there because sometimes I get back and forth on people on what they say. But the last thing I want to say is, Manny, man, my brother, thank you so much for having me on here, man. This is one of my passions that I love to do. I'm not a guy who wants to start one of these, but I love getting on these, man, and I love talking to people like you guys, man. It was a pleasure meeting all of you guys. You guys are all cool cats, man. Mad love, mad respect to you guys. It takes a lot to come on here and talk and speak your mind, but I think the one thing that brings us all together is the passion and the love that we have for this team and how all our stories and our journey brought us to this point, man. I'm looking forward to a great season, man. Anytime you want to have me on, let me know, brother. I appreciate you, man. I really mean it from the bottom of my heart, man.
You already know, brother. Appreciate you, bro. Last but not least, the beast from the Middle East, the Saaqid Charles.
Oh man. So
no pressure.
How do I walk this off, man? Dave Martinez is gonna call me if I hit this one over the fence. So Brian Orakpo, have y'all ever in y'all's lifetime heard of this man being double teamed and game planned for? Let's keep it factual now. Chase Young had 3 people on him. That's a mugging in a back alley. It's the reason why he's selling cupcakes, Brian Orakpo is, because half the time in Washington he was baking them because his butt was on the IR. Come on, man, let's keep it real. That's why he's got the cupcakes now. And I like what our guy Trey Z said. In the word, they said them edibles ain't. This is family program, but you know what I'm saying? Like we all have been there. Brian Orakpo, he must have been too many Bryce Crispy treats or something with a little bit too much of them chemicals up there in Tennessee. But no, man, you can't do that. Don't be disrespectful to yourself or Chase Young in that regard. Orakpo, I liked him when he was here, but he can never stay healthy. He's like the Jordan Reed of defense, right? But right. I think he remembers getting hurt. Jordan Reed doesn't. That's not a joke. That's just obvious saying there. But anyway, if y'all want to unfollow me after that. If y'all want to unfollow me after that comment, I'm kidding. It's not a joke. Anyway, you can follow me right here at Sanchez405 on Twitter, Instagram, and then on the Warpath right there at YouTube. And then that's just the standard government name right there. But I will answer to anything. And Manny, as always, brother, I appreciate you allowing all of us to come together and some of us to reconnect. And it's a great platform, man. And I told you anytime you can tell me 11:30 Eastern time, as long as it's on a Friday.
Yeah.
I will be here, brother. But
I will be here too, bro.
My man. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give my thoughts on the Orakpo ordeal. If you watch Wizards basketball, okay, I'm a basketball guy, all right? I was thinking in my head, what am I going to say? You know what I'm saying? I was like, maybe Orakpo is like Larry Hughes and Chase Young is like Gilbert Arenas. And I said, you know what? Orakpo was not even as good as Larry Hughes. At least Larry Hughes led the league in steals one year. Okay? Mm-hmm. When you think of Orakpo, I think of Deshaun Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? A guy that's a complimentary player, a guy that can knock down an open three, a guy that can defend. Okay? But it's not a guy that's a franchise guy. He was never a franchise guy. We didn't pay him to be a franchise guy. We drafted him to be a franchise guy, and he wasn't that. Okay? So when you say that Chase Young reminds you of yourself, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? We rebuke that spirit in the name of Jesus, okay? Because we do not want Chase Young to go ahead and regress in year 2. That's what we don't want, okay?
Well,
so, Orakpo, you're a good player. continue to bake your cookies and cupcakes. I pray that you succeed in your business, okay? But you just don't have no business in saying that, Chase Young reminds us of you. Who are you, man? Who are you, bro? But I'm going to go ahead and end it on this, man. You are listening to the Back Row Redskins show. I am your host, Manny. This is the Talking Sports with Manny YouTube channel. For those of you guys that are watching this on YouTube, if you're listening on the audio right now, go ahead and hit stop and restart this whole episode on YouTube. I'm telling you, you'll get to see the personalities, you get to see the faces, you get to see the remarks. I mean, it's just a whole different ball game when you're watching this thing on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please be sure to support the merchandise store. I'm going to put all these things inside the description of the video. Thank you once again, Anthony and Hansel and Phil, Big Simple, and the Sanchez for coming on the show.
Anytime,
this is a great
bro.
No problem.
Anytime, bro. Hey, I love it, bro. I love it.
And we out. Peace.
Oh.